Your heart races, your palms sweat, the room feels smaller with every second that ticks by. Your name is about to be called, and all you can think of is, what if I fail? You see, public speaking is a fear that's ranked higher than death for so many people. But here's the truth, it doesn't have to be this way. You can turn this fear into a force that propels you onto the stage and into a version of yourself that you never imagined. What if public speaking then wasn't about perfection? What if it was about connection? About stepping forward, flaws and all, to share something that could change lives. Now, the goal isn't just to deliver a speech, it's to bridge the gap between your message and the people who need it most. So we'll start from the very beginning. We'll start with the fear of public speaking. Why does public speaking feel so terrifying? It's not just the idea of messing up, it's deeper than that. It's the fear of being judged, it's the fear of standing vulnerable in front of an audience, and the fear of risking being rejected by that audience. But what if I told you that fear, that raw, unsettling emotion, isn't actually your enemy? It's actually a guide. Now, the first step is understanding the fear. You write it down, you look at it. Is it the fear of forgetting your words, or is it the fear of being judged, or the fear of failure itself? When you name that fear, you start to take its power away. Now, the ultimate goal of public speaking is not to dazzle audiences with clever words or flawless delivery. It's to connect with them, to take what's inside you, and be it an idea, a story, or a message, and place it in the hearts and minds of others. Public speaking then is less about the performance and more about your presence. And when you embrace this, you unlock a freedom unlike anything you've ever known. But this freedom isn't handed to you. You have to earn it. It's built brick by brick, step by step. It begins with little tiny victories and grows into something quite big and extraordinary. So step one in this process would be to start small and safe, because you don't start with a stadium, right? You start with a whisper. Record yourself. Speak to an empty room. Share a thought with one trusted friend. Public speaking isn't about leaping into the deep end right away. It's about dipping your toes into the water, getting comfortable, and taking another little step forward. So you can find safe spaces for this, things like Toastmasters, community groups, even a family gathering. These are training grounds, I suppose. Every time you speak, no matter how small the audience, you're building this foundation of confidence. Something is showing that you can actually do this. Step two then is to own your story. Now, your story is a superpower. It's not the perfectly crafted anecdotes and dad jokes and rehearsed lines that captivate people and draw them close to you. It's those moments of truth, those raw human experiences that connect all of us together. So take your time to discover your story. What drives you? What have you overcome? What do you want to share that only you can say, right? The more you own that story, the more authentic the delivery is going to become. And authenticity beats perfection every single time. You can see someone who's just speaking an exact script and it feels like it's so disconnected. Next, we're going to practice with purpose. I know that practice is the mother of mastery. It's not just about repeating the speech. It's about a purposeful practice. You practice on yourself, you record yourself, you lead it, you listen to it back, you focus on one little improvement at a time. And this is where feedback is pretty gold. Seek it out, man, embrace it. Refine your delivery with every comment, every critique you can get. Because remember, practice doesn't just make perfect. Practice makes prepared, and prepared makes you so much more confident. Step 4, we're going to visualize the success. Because your mind is your most powerful tool. If you visualize the stage, hear the applause, feel the confidence radiating through you when you repeatedly see yourself succeeding, your brain begins to believe it. And when your brain believes it, so your body is going to follow as well. It's not magic, it's not woo science, it's just preparation. And it's all yours for the taking, if you'll only do it. So few do. Now we get to the moment of stepping on the stage. And when the moment comes, that fear will still be there, right? But you'll know how to face it. You'll take a deep breath, look at the audience, find one friendly face, and then speak your truth. The fear won't disappear, but it will sort of go into the background as you step into the foreground. And when it's over, you won't remember the fear. What you're going to remember is the freedom, the moment you proved to yourself that you could do that thing that you once felt was absolutely impossible. So the conclusion, I guess, to all of this would be that earning freedom, public speaking, isn't about being fearless. In fact, you'll probably never lose that fear, but it is about being brave enough to try regardless of the fear. It's about connecting. It's about sharing and growing. It's about stepping into this role that allows your voice to change lives. And the most important life to change is your own. So start small, aim big, let your voice find the freedom it's been waiting for.